So with that said, I want to go ahead and take one item and do a little deeper dive. And the one that I want to dive into is HR and admin. So what's really involved here? Just to give you an idea of how things could change. Revising performance appraisals for teams. In other words, instead of doing individual appraisals, what we want to do is team level appraisals rather than individual appraisals. Why? Very simply because every team that I have worked with, one of the things that I pointed out, regardless of where I was, is that outside of your immediate superiors and people within the team, they're only going to know you by your team name, whether it's Hadoken, SpaceX, or whatever. And so just like baseball, just like football, okay, you're going to succeed or fail as a team. So it's important that they do understand that. Now, on a team member level, one of the things that we want to do is we don't want to leave them out in the cold. We want to allow them to establish their own personal goals, where progress can be discussed on a quarterly basis for continued growth. And these can be 15-minute conversations held monthly with their manager. So the bottom line is that we look at it from a team level, and we also look at it from individuals in terms of them growing. Because again, what the individual team levels strive to makes the team as a whole better. The other thing that we're also looking at is revised managerial performance appraisals. Now, a lot of times what we're dealing with silos. We're dealing with competition between managers. What we need to do is change the game. The appraisals need to be based on how well their teams perform and how effective the manager has been in handling impediments that have hindered the teams, and also what they've done to support team growth. The next one, revised descriptions so they can effectively be used as a guide for seeking out and hiring appropriate personnel. This one really hits home for me because I'm constantly getting hit with job descriptions where I'm looking at them and I'm seeing duties in there that are coming from 2 or 3 different positions than the position that they're talking about. And so that's something that really needs to be corrected. As a matter of fact, I just found it so crazy. I actually wrote an article on LinkedIn called My Agile Christmas List, because what I was complaining about was what the recruiters were doing or what the companies were doing in terms of throwing in positions, throwing duties from different positions. One of the things that I can tell you is that when you're looking at a project manager and you're looking at a scrum master, they can't be both. The scrum master is somebody who guides the team. The team trusts the scrum master, and if they don't, the scrum master is going to be very ineffective. And consequently, so he cannot be a scrum master and also a manager, because that's the other side. And so there's a psychological conflict that comes in there and a lack of trust that can ensue. So the thing is, we need to understand that these positions and what they do are important, and we can't dilute them by making wild changes to it without really giving it any thought. The other thing that I also look at is, okay, if the team is, okay, if everybody on the team, okay, succeeds or fails as a team, I think it's critical that for the interview process of hiring a new team member should include interviews with the Scrum Master and also the current team members, because they know, the Scrum Master and current team members will know what skills are missing or what do we need some stronger experience in, so that we know when we bring this person on board, okay, this individual can go ahead and really contribute. And then, of course, the manager, so that he's aware of this individual and have an understanding of where he's coming from, and so that they can discuss personal growth moving forward. So I took this one because a lot of people, whenever they go ahead and look at HR or admin and everything, they just blow through this. This has nothing to do with Agile or Lean or anything like that. Oh, it has a lot to do with it. And we've just covered a small part.